So smart home technology is pretty great, and it's kind of taken the world by storm. A lot of people have brought it into their home in the form of smart speakers. And smart speakers are pretty great, but unfortunately, most people only use them for the most basic of tasks, like asking it to play music or to set a timer or what's the weather, which is really kind of sad because with just a little bit more effort or the addition of some relatively inexpensive technology, it's just capable of so much more. Like this, for example. Hey Google, play Halo. Or this. Hey Google, 99.
Alright, Brooklyn Nine-Nine from Hulu, playing on Living Room TV.
It doesn't matter how many times I do stuff like that, it never ceases to feel like magic. But one area that doesn't seem to get a lot of attention, at least not that I've seen, is how smart home technology can help you manage your type 1 diabetes. So it wasn't super easy, but I did find a way to do this. Hey Google, what's my blood sugar?
Getting the test version of Nightscout display.
70 and slightly dropping as of 6 minutes ago.
And I want to make this very clear, like none of this was my work. I just used the work of some very talented developers, and I think that is pretty great. So just some situations where I feel like this can be useful. Me personally, I kind of deal with some insomnia, and me sleeping with my phone outside of the bedroom just helps tremendously with that. So, you know, usually I do sleep with my Fitbit on, and that gets my readings from my Dexcom. But if I need to charge it overnight, I don't know what my blood sugar is throughout the night. So if I wake up, I'm not sure where I'm at, I can just, ask Google what my blood sugar is. And I know that a lot of other smartwatches don't necessarily have as good a battery life as the Fitbit. They probably need to be charged every single night. So this would resolve that problem if you did want to sleep with your phone outside the room, help you sleep better. Another situation where I could see this being useful is, say there's like a 6 or 7-year-old kid who has a Dexcom or a MiniMed Guardian Sensor Connect or Senseonics. That kid probably doesn't have his own cell phone at that young of an age, so the CGM is probably connected to his mom's phone. The mom probably doesn't want her phone just out in the open where the kid can just have access to it. So like, what if she's asleep and the phone's in her room and the kid wakes up early and just wants to know what his blood sugar is? You can train him to ask Google what his blood sugar is. And what's cool about this is that it doesn't require any additional hardware or paid software. All of this was done with no additional expense. And all it does is it just you upload the data from your CGM to a Nightscout site, which is basically like your own personal website that just has all your blood sugar trends in it. And then just a program for the Google Home reads that from your Nightscout site. And I will say that it has not been 100%. There have been a couple times where for some reason the Nightscout site just doesn't get the data from the CGM, or for some reason the program on the Google Home can't reach what's on the Nightscout site. But for the most part, it's worked pretty well. Another cool smart home idea that has been thrown around is people have set up so that when their blood sugar goes low at certain times, that it will turn on the lights in the bedroom to wake them up. Now, I will say that I haven't personally done that yet, just because I don't have any smart lights in my bedroom, but I have set it up so that when my smart lock unlocks, that it will automatically turn on the smart lights in my living room, and that was actually really easy to set up. So I imagine getting the similar setup when your blood sugar goes low to have your bedroom lights turn on. I don't imagine that would be very difficult either. So yeah, guys, those are my thoughts on how smart home technology can help you manage your diabetes. I will say this, if there's any interest in people wanting to build their own Nightscout sites, I'm a pretty technical person and it was moderately difficult for me. It did take a little bit of time, Like I said, it's free. I'm more than happy to make like a step-by-step video to help people do it for themselves in the future. I'm gonna need you guys to tell me if you want that, because it probably will take a lot of work. So subscribe to this channel. Let me know down in the comments. If there's not a lot of demand, frankly, I'm not gonna do it. So if you really want it, share this channel with some friends. Have them comment down too. Let them know that, you know, this is something that's in demand, and I'll do it. If there's not a lot of demand for it, no sweat. I got some other content that I want to make that will probably just be easier and honestly probably more fun for me anyways. So that's my thoughts. This is a relatively new channel, and I would really appreciate any help and support I can get. So if you guys wouldn't mind subscribing, hitting the like button, maybe sharing this video with a friend. I do have a couple other videos up if you want to check those out. But thanks so much for watching, guys, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.